I really would like to thank our team for their hard work to organize today's event. And I also thank the speakers and participants because it's been a long day. So I really, to make this event successful. This year, we particularly have a challenge to organize this event due to some unfavorable reasons. And I really want to talk about these things. 3 times our venues has been canceled because they received threatening emails and threatening phone messages that we will do the demonstration. So our events were canceled also 3 times. So I'm really, really grateful for the participants and really grateful for my team who actually made this possible and successful. And so well done. Thank you. I also like to thank our organizing outgoing World Sindhi Congress outgoing team, in particular Ada Lakhu, and it will be really hard for me to fill into his shoes, and but I would continue to work under his supervision because I've got to learn a lot. So I'm really grateful for Ada Lakhu and other all executive committee members, Ada Gul, Ali, Farhan, Saghir, Asif, Hidayat, Umaid, Rahman. They dedicated to work last 10, 15 years and with a leadership and commitment. I also like to thank our hard-working members who continuously been supporting and working hard behind the scenes, whose names never been really disclosed, is Harish Kumar, Rustam, Mozam, Lalchand, Shehzado, A.D. Kirio, Sikandar, Ada Sattar, Abdul Rauf, Abdul Haq, and wider Sindhi Sangat UK team who really worked hard to make it this successful. I really, from my heart, I'm saying it that our success is their success, and we cannot be successful without their support. So I really solidarity to them. So I really want to expand. There's a lot of talks going on, 3 sessions. The first session was about the role of diaspora, and we all agreed that we, all diaspora organizations, whatever we are doing, whatever our role is critical. It's a catalyst to advancement of Sindhis. So be proud what are you doing, and the key point is to work in a collaboration and have a unity outside. And that's a really important message in our first message we came. In the second session was all about on the resources. It was a really sensitive issue. It is a very sensitive issue for us, resources and mismanagement of our land management and resources and water shortage and all those areas which a lot of experts have spoken about it, and I'm not going to repeat it. But this is a really critical issue for us, and I really think on these issues we should be working together. It's not a World Sindhi Congress agenda. It's not only any organization issue. It's an issue for Sindhi survival, and it's our community. And that's why I really urge you and request you to work with us on at least on this matter. On a policy level, on writing the strategy, on the campaign, on resource issue. And it should not be the case that the CPEC type of project or Zulfikarabad type of projects are announced and done without our consent, without we people being involved in these decision making. And we need to bring this power to resist those sort of unfavorable projects. In the third session, we talked about human rights situation and defender and the other oppressed nation in Pakistan. There was a lot of talk about, we really welcome Peter Thatcher's suggestions, and actually we've been looking on those areas of strategic alliances. We've been working in the form of Poonam, we did work. Previously, we might need to increase that activities, but in the UK we had a Sindhi Baloch forum which we have been really successful, and you could see that we have worked last 10 years to 15 years in a collaboration with Baloch brothers, and I welcome others as well in that. And in terms of rise of fundamentalism and extremism, I think there's a fundamental issues of how they have actually infiltrated in our nationalist movement, which some of journalists mentioned about it. And we do recognize that. And the reality is that to date, we have 24,000 madrasas in Sindh, in Pakistan, and majorly in Sindh and on border of the India. And these all are managed, supported by the Islamabad. We we are using and the teaching in school, the curriculums are so radical that we are brainwashing our young children. So these are some core problems which we need to address and look at it, the causes why we have rise of fundamentalism. Without going into detail, I really would like to bring the attention of WSC's role. How are we going to plan in the future and what we are doing? WSC will continue and engage in United Nations and European Union and UK to raise voice against violence of human rights in Sindh. We will continue this core work more than ever before. We will continue our international lobbying despite of resistance from Pakistani intelligentsia in Europe. We are faced extreme challenges from Pakistani establishment in Geneva, in London, in Brussels, and I can give hundreds of examples of what had happened to us. But we will remain determined. We will determine that we will be stronger than ever before, and we will face the challenges with your support, your solidarity. We will continue to work on our core operating principles of nonviolence and secularism. All our activities will remain focused on Sindh, Sindhis, and other oppressors and Baloch. We will include a couple of core principles more, introduction of mainstreaming diversity and inclusion. We will make sure that WSC's future committees are fairly represented by women and other minorities. We will focus in future for next 2 years, mobilization of youth, which is a very important thing, is a loss. We haven't left this area, we have not really focused before, but we will continue on that. And hard to reach communities. We need to take our minorities with us in this movement. This is a case of Sindh. It is not a case of only one religion in Sindh at all. So that's really it. We will make sure that this is more streamlined. Today is the 28th year of World Sindhi Congress, and we are making history, and you are making history as well with me for your motherland. Your motherland needs you, and we recognize that. We may need to be in this country or outside Sindh for various personal reasons or political reasons to some extent, and not able to serve our people inland. But being away from our motherland must not preclude us serving our nation and working for our marginalized people and brothers and sisters. I'm asking for your time to work together for betterment of Sindh and Sindhis. Your each and every minute has a value for our nation. Believe me, to your time, which is a hard time, but has got some impact. People feel supportive when they hear that we are sitting outside and is still talking and considering and thinking and planning for their well-being. We must unite. I think unity is very critical in United Kingdom and US as well. I just been to Sana'a as well early this September. My messages continue. Unfortunately, some of our organizations are facing challenges and disintegrity by some unfavorable actors or external actors. But we need to commitment. We must continue to be united and work for our marginalized people. We must include our youth. Recognizing youth is very important. Let's join hands to resist the tacit and explicit attack on us, and join the hands together to say no more illegal occupation of our land, no more robbery of our resources, no more abduction of our young daughters on the name of religion, no more attacks on our indigenous people, no more poverty, no more bullet-ridden bodies of our brothers, and I say no more Pakistan, where our rich nation's people live in extreme poverty. GSM.
Thank you, Rubina. Now is the resolutions. I'll request Saghir Shaikh to come and present resolutions and conclude this session. Saghir Shaikh.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Rubina Shaikh, and thank you, Dr. Lakhulan, Oilad, Bhutto, and other guests. I won't take here much of the time. I have already distributed the resolutions draft, which with the help of our members and executive committee, we drafted. And I don't think we have time to read all of them. What I will do is go through just the titles of them and give you till tomorrow or day after tomorrow till Monday. If you have any suggestion, just shoot me an email, and there's an email on it, and the website and everything. We'll include your suggestions and recommendations. But before I go into resolution, I want to announce two things. One is that tomorrow, around 2 o'clock, there is the activist workshop, which is kind of a more focused session, around 2 o'clock, 2 to 5 o'clock in 12th Street, and I have distributed some of the flyers. If you need more information, talk to me or anybody on our team from 2 o'clock. And in the morning, around 10 o'clock, there is another session which is WSC members only. So you're welcome if you have been a supporter of WSC. You're welcome to come too, but it's kind of a little more focused on organization, constitution, and things like that. So if you're interested in those matters, come, but it's more members only. And if you need information, I've already emailed to you as a general secretary to everyone. Please check your mailbox. So before I go, we have 18 different resolutions proposed by the executive committee and our membership. And I bring to your attention, first resolution is about right to self-determination. Second resolution is about integrity of Sindh. Third resolution is about extrajudicial killings, abductions, arrests, and attacks on Sindhi nationalists.
So you put your
Yeah. Yeah, so number one, right to self-determination. If there is anybody have objection.
Agree.
Number two is about integrity of Sindh.
Agree.
Number three is about extrajudicial killings, abductions, arrests, and attacks on Sindhi nationalists. Number five is on the violence against indigenous Sindhi Hindus.
Agree.
Number six on proliferation of extremism in Pakistan.
Agree.
Number seven is on education.
Agree.
Number eight is on bad governance, lack of development programs and employment opportunities.
Agree.
Number nine is on protecting the demography of Sindh.
Agree.
Number 10 is on language and culture.
Agree.
Number 11 on enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killing of Baloch activists and leaders.
Agree.
Number 12 on extrajudicial killing, harassment of human rights defenders and curbs on civil society work in Pakistan.
Agree.
Number 13, the suppression of religion and state affairs.
Agree.
Number 14, human rights violations and international community.
Agree.
Number 15, environmental injustice, exploitation of Sindh's natural resources.
Agree.
Number 16, finances and tax.
Agree.
Number 17, illegal land acquisition in Sindh.
Agree.
And finally, number 18 on China-Pakistan economic corridor.
Agree.
Do you wish to add any new resolution? Okay, I have one resolution to add, but I will give you opportunity. Is there anyone you wish to add any resolution? And even as I said that you are welcome to send me corrections, modification if you find misinformation or wrong information in this paper, please do send it to me. What I want to, with the permission of chair, I want to add a resolution about this so-called threats of war between India and Pakistan and call for the peace and sanity in the region.
Agree.
So I will draft that, and so because there is a lot of discourse going on about the war, and we need to propagate the peace. So thank you very much.
Can I
Yes,
make one resolution?
please.
The Indian Independence Act of 1947 is a fraud.
Right.
That's a resolution.
Okay.
We will come
There is a number one, right to self-determination addresses that. If you read it in a number one resolution, it does talk about that. Okay. So thank you very much. Yeah. So okay, guys, the political program, speech program is over.